Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for joining me today and welcome to today's live level up conversation. Whether you're joining me live or catching me on replay, it is always a treat to have you here. Let's get started.
Welcome to Level Up with Winnie Sun. Award-winning financial pro. Get ready. Level Up with Winnie Sun.
Hello, friends. I'm Winnie, your host and award winning financial pro, a Forbes contributor, and a CNBC Council member and contributor. It is such a treat to have you join me here. Thank you so much for making the time and happy Wednesday to you. We're certainly streaming here live, which means that we can monitor your comments. So don't be shy. Jump in, introduce yourself. Let me know how your week's been going so far. Now, we're going to kick it off and let you know how the market is doing. This is actually an interesting day. Now, I want to tell you, the Dow is currently down about 28 points. But get this, the Nasdaq's up 353 whopping points. I mean, surprising. There's sort of like a little bit of disconnect there, right? And the S&P 500 also in the positive of 52 points. Certainly, hopefully the Dow improves a little bit, but it's an interesting day in the financial markets for sure. Now, speaking of news, I did want to check in with you and talk about U.S. consumer prices. They actually rose last month in November as inflation, as you know, still is sort of a interesting, sticky situation, if you will. This is being shared by Reuters, talking about CPI increasing in 7 months. The Consumer Price Index, CPI, rose 0.3% last month in November, driven mainly by costs in shelter, food, and as well as at the pump in gas prices. Now, annual inflation reached 2.7%, up from 2.6 in October. So obviously, we're still hoping that inflationary levels come down some. But certainly, we can all agree it's gotten a lot better in the last year for sure. But in terms of shelter and food costs, that still takes up a lot of our household budget. So we're hoping to see more of a decrease. But interesting enough, one of the reasons why shelter prices have gone up is because of hotel and motel rates. Because as you know, many people have gone back to traveling, if not just pre-pandemic levels, but even exceeding that level. So hotel motel prices surged 3.7%. Grocery prices rose just a 0.5%. Now, there is something though to be put on your radar, and that is the price of eggs. Now, why am I talking about eggs? Well, due to the avian flu outbreak, has soared 8.2%. While cereal and bakery product prices fell 1.1%. So core inflation is still very stubborn, and we're going to have to really take a look because, as you know, H5N1 has been a concern in many parts of the United States, including very much so here in California, which could potentially impact the price of things such as milk and dairy products, depending on, if that's something that is part of your household budget. Now, speaking of which, let's continue. I want to share with you a story that came out this week that I'm really excited to share with you. And this is being shared on Forbes, actually written by Moria Forbes, introducing the world's 100 most powerful women of 2024. They're calling it Driving Transformation, and Driving Transformation indeed, talking about the shifting of power and how traditional power structures remain, of course, male dominated, with only 8% of the S&P 500 companies being led by women. And 3 of the 4 largest global economies have never actually had a female leader, including here in the United States, right? Because we still haven't had a female president. But nonetheless, there is slowly but surely there is some progress. So this list is pretty cool. Bringing in at number 1 Ursula von der Leyen and Christine Lagarde at number 2, who are helping to shape the European Union policies, which of course impacts an $18 trillion economy. Coming at number 26, Lisa Su has revolutionized AI hardware at AMD, and many other people that you probably have heard of, including celebrities, athletes, business leaders, and more. Taylor Swift, of course, couldn't be left off the list at number 23 because beyond music, she's also redefining artist ownership, spurring federal antitrust scrutiny, and even reshaping the touring economy and economies of the communities that she visits. Now, coming at 100 is Caitlin Clark as well. This is fun. Up and coming, the basketball star is completely reshaping market assumptions, outdrawing men's competitions and championships, and driving value in media and advertising as well. So, lots to take a look at. Definitely take a look at the article. I thought it was really fascinating. But congratulations to all the women being listed on there, and kudos. It's always wonderful to see that diversity and inclusion and representation. I think it's inspiring for the future generation of women and girls across the world as well. Now let's continue and talk about Google. I have a couple stories to talk to you about Google. Google is unveiling Willow, which is a quantum leap in computing. This is actually being shared by the keyword, and talking about the sort of this exponential error correction. Willow is demonstrating quantum error correction, which is said to be able to reduce errors significantly and overcoming decades-long challenges in quantum computing. Now, those of you who are tuning in, some of you are smart enough to know more about this than I certainly do. If you do, definitely jump in and share your comments. I see Sadiq joining us on YouTube Live. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for making the time. See Joshua, see CrossX Fighter, YouTube Live. It's great to see you. I see a lot of our friends here on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube as well. So definitely don't be shy. Come in and say hello. We'd love to see you as well. Well, Willow Desmond completed a benchmark computation in under 5 minutes. So that was kind of exciting. But let's continue on because actually there's more that I want to share with you on Google because Google is now really aiming to demonstrate like useful use beyond sort of their classical computations and just things in general. And they're also introducing in a big way AI, right? So the other thing that I want to talk to you about is, of course, OpenAI's recent Sora, which is being shared on The Verge. This is a powerful text to video AI tool. If you haven't seen it already, you might want to check it out. This is being shared by Kylie Robinson. So Sora's new showing, if you will, on OpenAI is a cutting edge text to video AI tool available to ChatGPT subscribers here in the United States and most countries, in fact. So if you have it, you definitely can check it out. It's going to enable users to generate 1080p videos up to 20 seconds long. I'm so excited about this because I am a subscriber and I definitely want to check this and test this out. So as you know, ChatGPT Plus, it costs $20 a month, but with this, you can generate up to 50 videos, 720p, 5 seconds each. But if you subscribe to ChatGPT Pro, which I know some business users do because it's quite expensive at $200 a month, well, then you'll be able to create unlimited 1080p videos up to 20 seconds. This will include watermark free downloads, and you'll be able to also have future generation capabilities. And yeah, so this will help you create videos from a sequence of prompts. You can create storyboards, you can refine and blend videos with text based instructions, and even transform those still photos that you might have taken in the past into, get this, animations. I think this is so cool. I can't wait to try it. I'm gonna have to try it and share this with you. But Soria includes definitely a lot of different features such as AI generated videos by the community, and even free users can now browse the feed to discover and share creative content as well. But they're saying OpenAI is saying that they definitely want to make sure that people are responsible with how they use this technology, and there's going to be some safeguards that take place. I'm guessing you probably can't include any sort of celebrity images or content without some sort of possibility. There needs to be a way to be able to make sure that things don't infringe on copyright rules and laws and things like that. So videos will include watermarks and metadata just to ensure transparency as well, that in fact these were made by AI. So, of course, some artists have already said that they're not happy about this, but I really want to hear what you think. Do you think this is technology that you'll use? And in what platforms, what ways do you feel like it could be beneficial for the things that you do on a day to day? Maybe it's to create social media content. Maybe you're a small business owner looking to market and get the word out more on what you do and the customers and clients that you like to engage and bring on. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how you feel. I know Sadiq is saying $200 a month. Yeah, that's a lot of money. A big, I mean, you have to really think about whether that's a need or a want, right, Sadiq? Yeah, not sure. But only you can answer that. And speaking of social media, let's jump right over to TikTok. TikTok is talking about the US potential US ban that they say could cost small business owners some real damage here. This is being shared, of course, on let's see what's it shared on. I don't know what's shared on. I don't have the publication on this one, but I will see. Actually, no, I can see you right here. So I think it's being shared on CNBC. All right. So the economic impact, of course, of a potential ban on TikTok. They're saying that this could start as early as January 19th, right before the change of presidency, I guess. This could cost small businesses and creators a $1.3 billion in revenue within the first month alone, with greater losses if this ban is continued. In fact, here in the United States, they're saying that 7 million US businesses currently use TikTok, and about 69% report increase in sales due to the platform alone. So 39% of businesses surveyed say that TikTok is critical for their survival as a business. And creators actually could lose nearly $300 million in earnings in just 1 month alone. But they're saying, why would you do this? Well, there are continue to be U.S. national security concerns. This ban stems from national security concerns about ByteDance, parent company of TikTok, and a U.S. court upheld the law requiring TikTok's divestment from ByteDance, citing national security as the top priority here. But of course, TikTok is saying that's not okay, and there's definitely legal reasons why this isn't okay. TikTok and ByteDance plan had request a temporary injunction from the Supreme Court to block the law, and they hope that the incoming new administration, led by newly elected President Donald Trump, who is to start on January 20th, they're hoping that perhaps he'll opt not to enforce the ban and allow TikTok to continue. But of course, there's a lot of issues. And so, curious to see how you feel about that. How many of you are on TikTok, and how many of you use TikTok for business purposes? And how much of an impact do you think it would have on your business and maybe your content creation? And if there was no TikTok, what would you do? Is there another platform that you would go all in on? Or do you feel like you don't even know? So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Sadiq says, I'm still not, I guess he's saying he perhaps isn't the target market at that. But talking about like other concerns. So thank you so much for your feedback on that. And so for those of you who are watching TikTok, yes, get rid of your thoughts. Definitely put them in comments. Don't be shy. Now let's continue and talk about Tesla. Tesla has released a new video, Optimus robot, and it walking and it get this, getting into the holiday spirit maybe because it's ringing a bell. That's right. So this is shared this week as well by Fred Lambert, talking about a big milestone for Optimus Tesla. This is a video, as you can see, showing the new humanoid robot Optimus walking by itself on uneven, mulched ground, even. And it's allowing sort of just video input to lead it, which demonstrates sort of the really the skill of how far this technology has come and the significant progress in sensor-based balance as well. And let's talk about some of the technical things. Optimus uses onboard sensors and a neural network processing data and 2 to 3 milliseconds just to maintain balance. I thought that was pretty cool. The robot also performed this task called blind, which sort of underscores its reliance on Tesla's advanced inference computing as well. So Tesla says that they plan to mass produce Optimus. So you might have one coming soon or have the option to have one coming soon. They're saying as early as 2025, but don't forget, remember what happened to Cybertruck? These sort of timelines just could be moving targets, with a target price of 25 to $30,000. So CEO Elon Musk predicts a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity with robots in your home, with production scaling to millions of units every single year. Of course, they do have competitors with Boston Dynamics, but while Tesla is sort of gaining attention for sort of commercial vision, people are still saying that robotics achieved by Boston Dynamics years ago seems to be like perhaps not that close a competition, and perhaps Boston Dynamics has focused more on innovation rather than mass production, and that could be the leader in this robot race. I don't know how you feel about this, but I would love to welcome a robot into my house to do things like dishes and clean the house and vacuum and all that. That'd be awesome. But of course, we do know that there are some use cases that could be really hopeful, especially for the disabled community. So we're looking forward to what the future holds in robotics and, of course, welcoming new contributions, but of course, making sure that there's safety involved too, right? And that we feel comfortable with that. So, yeah, absolutely. So, I'm curious to see how you feel about that. Definitely put in comments, yay, nay, you want one in your house, or no, just go away. Yeah, you gotta let me know. Now, speaking of technology, of course, we talked about Google earlier, and the continuation to that is that Google is kicking off a $20 billion renewable energy building spree, of course, to power their AI consumption. This is being shared by TechCrunch. So Google is committing now $20 billion to renewable energy because of this recent growth. This is a massive investment in renewables. Google has partnered with Intersect Power and TPG Rise Climate for this initiative to power its AI data centers using renewable energy. See, I never knew really how much energy was being used for AI, but now we're sort of learning. But this is pretty cool. They're going to be using integrated energy and storage solutions, and the project is going to pair different types of energy sources, including solar, of course, wind power, and battery storage will be for data centers, and they're going to provide this energy for up to 4 hours during peak demand, too. So, Google will also fund grid upgrades to streamline connectivity. So, it's nice to see that technology companies are not only using our very rare and important Earth's resources, but they're also finding ways to be mindful of renewable energy. So that's what's going on Google, and we're looking forward to seeing more news on that as well. But let's continue because there's so much news this week. I'm telling you. Of course, yesterday, for many of you know, yesterday I was part of the CNBC FA Summit. I was participating and listening in on the discussions there. So we are accumulating 2 days of content here. But let's talk about Amazon real quick, because Amazon, get this, as if they weren't on their path towards world domination already, was selling books, selling goods, selling music, videos, healthcare services, all this. And now they're getting into the online car sales with Amazon Autos. So Amazon Autos is launching. They're officially entering an online sales market, and they're going to be launching with Hyundai. This will be their first collaboration partner. So now customers in 48 US cities can shop on Amazon for a new car, a truck, or an SUV. This is supposed to be a streamlined buying experience. Customers can now browse by model, trim, color, and features. And so, yeah, you can even get financing done on Amazon. You can even do e-signing of paperwork and scheduling your pickup from a local dealership, all handled on Amazon Auto. So that was different. I was like, are they going to deliver the Amazon like that to your front door? That would be cool. I'm guessing that could be in the future. I will say that when I bought one of our home's cars a few years ago, I negotiated with the dealership to have the van delivered to the front door, and it was the best thing ever. It was such a time saving. So hopefully that's to come. I'm guessing if anyone can do this, Amazon probably is going to be able to do this. So they're focusing simply mostly on new cars here. So unlike competitors like Carvana and Auto Trader, where they also focus on used cars, Amazon Autos is going to be exclusively selling brand new vehicles for now. Of course, they have plans to add leasing and expanded financing options next year in 2025, but they're saying this is no haggle pricing. What you see, what you get. They're going to promote transparent pricing, eliminating any sort of negotiations so you don't have to feel like it's a whole big thing. But the price at checkout will include all taxes and fees, hassle-free purchasing experience, which I think many of you who have gone through the process of negotiating for a new car, you're probably welcoming that. Or maybe on the flip side, maybe you enjoy the negotiation and you feel like you can get a little bit more if you're able to discuss with a human. Let me know in comments. Which camp are you? Do you like hate the negotiation process, or do you actually secretly enjoy it because you feel like you can get a little bit more out of that purchase? So yeah, let me know. I know actually one of the members of our team recently picked up a new vehicle and was quite excited about it. So congratulations to them. Very, very exciting on that too. But here's what I will end with, because just when you thought you've heard of all, get this. There's one company that really experienced a cyber attack recently, and it's not one that you probably want to hear about. CNN shares this story. Krispy Kreme just experienced a cyber attack. Cybersecurity attack that disrupted its online ordering system in parts of the United States here. So because of that, in-store operations and deliveries to grocery stores and even their McDonald's locations, you know, they were thinking this might be affected. Fortunately, they weren't. But the disruption did cause an impact on their sales, and of course, and it increases costs because they needed to spend money to restore the system and to provide more cybersecurity enhancements. So when you think that cybersecurity only impacts companies like in technology or healthcare or government, they even want to go after your donuts now. Yeah. So federal law enforcement has been notified. They're involved as well. But yes, for those of you who, I guess, have an inkling for donuts, just if you're going to go there, just say, hope you're okay. Everything's okay. But that being said, let's continue on because the market's about to close in about half an hour. Dow's currently down 41, Nasdaq's up 367, S&P 500 is up 54 still. We've got about 30 minutes left before the market closes, but thank you so much for hanging in with me and spending this time. It is awesome to see all of you on all the different platforms. Certainly, wow, I will say this is definitely one of our biggest days. So thank you so much for making the time and for being a part of Level Up. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe to stay in the know with all the latest updates and insights. And of course, if you want to watch past few episodes of Level Up with Winnie Sun, you can always check out NASDAQ, Amazon Fire, Samsung, LG, Roku, and or just right here wherever you're watching us from. And of course, when sharing an episode online, thank you so much, Bruce and Craig and Cindy and Sadiq, of course, and Joshua, of course, as well, for sharing this. And do me a favor and tag at Winnie Sun so I can definitely see when you do that. I really appreciate you for doing that. And of course, for a deeper dive, check out Yes Factor, the Yes Factor podcast with Winnie Sun, which you can find at Apple Podcasts or anywhere that you tune in. With that, thank you so much for your time. I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye. Take care.